what do we mean by Sanatana Dharma, Sanatana Hindu Dharma? Also we have to add, because the word Hindu also has been popularized now, and it is there for a few centuries now, in fact. So Dharma itself is generally translated as religion in English, but that may not be an appropriate translation. So how do we understand Dharma? Means Dharma in Sanskritam comes from the root dhr. Dhr is the dhatu or the root. Now dhr means, from that the verb dharati comes. Dharati. Dharti also in Hindi is there, correct? Dharti means what? The earth is called dharti actually, correct? So dharati means what? Support. The one which holds or supports. So earth is the one which is supporting all our life, correct? That's why it is called dharti, I think, in English also. That which supports life, or that which makes this entire universe what it is, which sustains it, that is called actually dharma. At a very high level, if we look at the word dharma, dharma means that which supports the life and the entire universe as it is. That order, we can say, is what is called as dharma. Because we see a certain order here, that is why we are even able to study it, correct? Science also is a quest for knowledge and a quest for truth, we can say. We are trying to understand the truth behind the objective universe which we are living in. And how are we able to study scientifically? Because there is a certain order. Because that is why there are laws are there, correct? There are physical laws are there. So all of you would have studied basic science, even things like Boyle's law, let us say, Charles' law. These are all basic things. I increase the temperature, then pressure also goes up with a certain, with a certain proportion, let us say. Now these things are all there in the same manner, correct? Or we can even study science because we say that any object which is falling towards the earth is accelerating at a particular rate. So there is a gravitation is there. Now it is the same thing. If it changes all the time, then there is no order, correct? It will be chaotic. Today, if the gravitation force is in one manner, next minute if it changes, then we cannot really build any machines, anything. Understand that. So in fact, scientists say there are many constants in this world, they say, in the universe. And even if those constants change their value by a very minuscule %, let us say, or even one decimal point changes, the whole world may not be there. That's how it is. The physical laws have to be so precise based on certain constants, Planck's constant, like that, many are there, basic things. So that means there is a certain order. Unless these constants remain constant, that is the order, correct? If the constant becomes a variable, then we cannot even study anything or make anything if everything is chaotic and changing all the time. So there is a certain order in the universe which we have to appreciate. There is a physical order, there is a chemical order also, correct? We all study chemistry. You put this compound and this compound together and it reacts in a certain way always. If it reacts in one way today and reacts in some other way tomorrow, again there is going to be a problem. That will be a disorder. But there is a chemical order. There is also biological order is there. So physical order, chemical order, biological order is there. Based on that only organisms are living, they are reproducing. There is a certain order there. Even physiologically there is an order. How your body functions. That if you breathe, then there is a certain metabolism in your body. You eat, it is getting digested. All these things are part of the order. So all these things are which makes life possible, correct? If the order is not there, if everything is chaotic, then there won't have been any life itself in this universe. So we have to appreciate this order which is supporting the whole universe, and that is what makes it even possible to study it systematically and makes it possible for all scientific discoveries and inventions to happen. Now that order is what we call dharma. It's an order is which is supporting the whole thing, correct? If there is no order, then you cannot have the universe as it is today. So that order is what we call dharma. Now in this order, not only we are talking about all this physical order, chemical order, biological order, there is even a psychological order also is there. If you give certain stimuli to people, they will react in this manner. Given a particular situation, particular upbringing, people are like this. They react in this way. So your behavior also can be predicted to a certain extent. Psychology may not be 100% like a science, but still it is. There are psychological laws are there. Order is there, even there. But more than that, there is also a moral order. Because as human beings, whatever we do, correct, we are not programmed like animals. See, animals also are self-conscious. They are also living beings. We respect them for that. But an animal does not have a fully evolved consciousness, we can say. It doesn't have free will like a human being. Animal is more living by its instinct. So it has a certain instinct to eat certain things. It has a certain instinct to reproduce. It also has certain instinct to lead a certain social life within its own group and all that. So at a certain level, it is living its life, but you cannot call that it has a totally evolved free will or it knows what is right or wrong and all that. If an animal comes and does something to you, you cannot go to court and say that this cow stepped on my feet. So you have to know, you cannot go to the judge and say you have to punish the cow. The judge will say cow does not have any free will. Why did you go and stand near the cow? Or you can, if the cow was free and it ran away somewhere and then it came and attacked you, or a dog attacked you, you cannot put a case on the dog, but you can put a case on the owner of the dog, saying that they were negligent. They did not keep the dog under the leash, whatever. So the animal itself, even in regular law, it is not looked upon as having a certain free will, and it is able to discern what is right or wrong. Animals are going by their own instinct only. So you cannot punish the animal also for whatever behavior it is having. But human beings are not like that. So we are living our lives based on what is right and what is wrong. We all have a certain instinctive understanding of, again, what is right, wrong also. And also we have acquired also based on where you are living, in which country you are living. There are specific moral laws are there. There are generic laws are there. We will look into that. What we call Samanya Dharma and Vishesha Dharma, we say. So Dharma is actually, although Dharma in general means all these orders, correct? Starting from physical order, chemical order and all these things. But in usage, it is particularly, it is referring, let us say in common usage, to moral orders or moral laws or righteousness, like this also they translate. So when we say that are you acting according to Dharma, then what we really mean there is, are you doing things based on what is right in a particular situation? Okay, so are you doing things which are right? Are you avoiding things which are wrong? So right, wrong is very important. And what is right in a situation also is called as dharma or righteousness. That is what is called. So based on that only we have certain virtues. As human being, we have a certain virtue. So we have to be truthful. We have to be honest. Like that, many virtues are there. And also the way of living, our way of living also should reflect all these things. Correct? Our own idea of what is righteous has to be reflected in the way we live. So all these things come broadly under dharma. Okay, dharma means that which supports the order which supports the life and this entire universe, but more specifically the moral order. What is right, what is wrong in a particular situation, and what matrix of right wrong we have to guide us in our way of life. That is also called dharma. So I hope this is clear. Now our dharma, when we say, it becomes our way of life. Correct? Or Sanatana Dharma it is called. It is eternal. So our values, our idea of what is right, wrong, we say that this is all eternal. It is Sanatana. Sanatana, the word means eternal, means what? It is there forever. Why? Because it has no beginning. There is no single founder for our dharma. This was the person, this is the person who founded our dharma. It is not like that. There is no known single founder for our dharma. It is eternal, it is beginningless, in fact, and as a corollary to that, it will be endless also. That is our belief, at least. So even more, our popular avatara purushas, correct, deities, Rama, Krishna, they are not the founders of our dharma. Understand that. Rama was already born in this dharma only. Rama went to Gurukulam and studied with Vashishta. Vashishta was the one who taught Rama, correct? And there is a yoga Vashishta. Similarly, Krishna was, so Rama was born in Treta Yuga, we say, correct? And Krishna was born in Dwapara Yuga. So we have our own understanding of the time also, how vast our understanding of time also we can see some other time. But Krishna was born in Dwapara Yuga, which is according to our understanding now, it is more than 5,000 years back, correct? In Dwapara Yuga, at the end, almost at the beginning of Kali Yuga, at the end of Dwapara Yuga, Krishna was born, but he was also born in this dharma. Krishna, although when we talk about our Hindu dharma, we talk about, or we consider Bhagavad Gita like a very important text, correct? But it is only one small portion in Mahabharata, correct? Mahabharata itself is a very huge text. 100,000 verses are there. So you can't imagine that at least it is more than 2,000 years old. That much everybody agrees. How old it is, we don't know. But they have 100,000 verses. They have preserved all these years. There was no printing press. There was no computer. There was nothing, correct? But everything was written in palm leaves or just memorized. So these things were all preserved in an oral tradition. So about our oral tradition also we have to understand. We will see that as we go forward. But Bhagavad Gita is only a part of Mahabharata, and it cannot be considered like a foundational text or anything for our dharma. Although it is talking very important subject matter, but it is one of the texts. So we have a whole library. That's what. So we don't have just one text or anything to go by. In fact, life is not that simple also anyway. So we have a whole library of Vedas, we say. If at all we want to talk about a particular text or anything. We have something called Vedas. It's a body of knowledge. Vedas themselves have 4 different Vedas are there. Within them, there are many branches are there. More than 1,000 are there. So like that, Vedas themselves are very huge body of knowledge. Ananta vai Vedaha. Like that also it is said. Vedas are limitless actually. But whatever we have right now which is preserved also is a big literature is there. So that can be considered as a foundational text. Okay, so we will try to understand what are these Vedas and what is the vision of that Veda and how it is actually helping us lead our day-to-day life now. So this Dharma is Sanatana, it is eternal. There is no single founder, there is no founding date or anything. And all our avatara Purushas, our deities are all already born in this Dharma only. Even so, we have certain texts. We have the Vedas, which are called Shruti. Then we have Smritis, different Smritis are there. In that, Itihasa is there. Itihasa is more like, this is how it happened. Itiha asa. Actually, it means, so it is historical, really speaking. So in that, we have Ramayana, we have Mahabharata. We have different Puranas are there. There are 18 major Puranas, 18 Upa Puranas are there. Then we have Dharma Shastras are there. Within the Veda only we have Veda Anga, we say, 6 parts you can study. And then there are many other traditional disciplines of knowledge. In fact, we can count 18, typically 14 or 18. It is counted as 14 or 18. Ashtadasha Vidya Sthana, we say. So like this, our traditional literature and knowledge disciplines are there. A lot is there. All these things, of course, many of them are there in Sanskritam. They are also there in other Indian languages. It may not be possible for you to go through all that even in one lifetime, I think. But at least we can understand the gist of whatever is there. That is what we are trying to present here. Okay, so that it will help you to lead your own life based on in the light of that knowledge, whatever traditional knowledge we have. We want you to have a certain conviction based on your own understanding and then follow whatever is our Dharma. Also, the word Hindu is now used very widely. Hinduism also they use. Now, Hindu can be derived like this. Him apashabdam dushayati khandayati iti Hindu. So, what does Hindu mean also you have to understand. So, him dushayati, that is Hindu. Him means apashabdam. Apashabdam means something which is not dharma. You can say that which is not righteous, that which is not proper. So, adharma. Dushayati, khandayati means one who destroys it. So the one who destroys adharma is Hindu. Like that we can give an etymological meaning for the word Hindu. So this also all of you should know. Being born in this country and in this culture, we should have a certain understanding about even the words which describe us, correct? So Hindu means him apashabdam dushayati khandayati iti Hindu, or in English, the one who destroys adharma or that which is not righteous, that person is Hindu. So as a Hindu, I am duty bound to uphold whatever is righteous. And that again we have to understand what is righteous, what is right in a particular situation, how do we decide? That also we will look into. Okay. So now Sanatana Hindu Dharma means this righteousness which is eternal. Okay. That is what we mean by that. This eternal righteous way of living, you can say. In a simple manner in English, if we want to translate it, those who uphold this eternal righteous way of living and those who destroy what is not righteous, those who fight against what is not righteous. They are Hindus. They are the dharmis. Okay.